Yes. Yeah. Good evening, all. Yeah. Myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 20 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 10 plus years of experience in Python environment. My experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django based applications. Well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, CP. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
It's audible.
Fine. So as part of today's demo, I'll be discussing these following things. So if you've got any general queries, I'll be giving time for you at the end of the session. Right. Starting with why Python. Already we have got many other programming languages. Why again Python required? That too, Python is not a kind of technology that is very recently introduced. It was introduced in the year 1989. Why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Means if you go back like 15 years back, like 2010, nobody knows that there was a programming language like Python. All of a sudden, Python has got a great reasons to make reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. And who can learn Python? What are the prerequisites for learning Python? There are no prerequisites for learning Python. Anybody can update with Python. Anybody can update with Python. How Python was built, how Python was derived, how Python was built and how Python was derived by taking the features from different other programming languages. By taking the features from different other programming languages, right? Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications? Who are using Python today? Topmost applications built using Python. Python features as compared with other programming. Reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Python scope and job market. The current job market of Python and the scope of Python in the coming years. So yes, starting with Python, right? I've defined Python in 5 lines. It is a general purpose programming. Mm, Python is a general purpose programming. What do you mean by general purpose programming? Before Python, there were some programming languages. You heard about the programming languages like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL, right? Pascal, Fortran, COBOL. Pascal, right? For complicated mathematical applications, Fortran for scientific applications, COBOL for business applications. So all these languages are purpose-based. Purpose-based. They are used for a specific purpose. All these are purpose-based languages. They are used for a specific purpose, not for all the purposes. But a language which is suitable for developing any kind of application, a language which is suitable for developing any kind of application, such a language we call it as general purpose programming language. So Python is such a kind of programming where we can develop any kind of applications using Python for automation applications, for web applications, for animation applications, for gaming applications, for embedded applications, for networking applications, for desktop applications. In this way, wide varieties of applications we can develop today by using Python. It's not for purpose, it's not for a particular purpose, it's for general purpose, any kind of applications we can develop. Multi-programming features. Python has got multi-programming features. Python has got multi-programming features. multi-programming features. What all the programming features we have seen in other programmings, what all the features available in various other programming languages, all the features we see in Python. It has got multi-programming features. It's a high-level language. Python is a high-level language. There are two types of languages. Two types of languages, right? Low-level languages and high-level languages. Low-level languages, secondly, high-level languages. Low-level languages, high-level languages. Examples of low-level languages like assembly level language, assembly level language, or machine level language. First thing, they are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. They are not portable. They cannot be carried, means the code can't be carried from one system to other. And machine dependent. Machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware. Machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. They are not human understand. Sorry. They are not human understandable. They are not portable. They are machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. High level language like Python. Python is a high level language, right? It is human understandable, supportable, and machine independent. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Human understandable, they are portable, and machine independent. Can run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. So Python is a high level language. Interpreted language in Python, line by line execution, we say interpretation, line by line execution, which makes debugging easy, right? We have got compilation languages like C language, interpretation languages like Python. Compilation languages, they will execute the entire code at once. Interpreted language, they are going to execute statement by statement. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes, looks like normal English statements. Okay, fine. Okay, so user-friendly or programmer-friendly programming. Okay. Python has got what programming features, right? Python has got what programming features? Procedural oriented programming features. It has got procedural oriented programming. Procedural oriented programming, like example, C language. has got object-oriented programming. Secondly, it has got object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming like C++ and Java, C++ and Java. Yes, scripting. It has got the features of scripting. Scripting features. Example like shell scripter. Example like shell scripter. Procedural oriented programming like C language, object oriented programming like C++, Java, scripting like shell script, and modular programming features like Modular 3. Modular programming features like modular programming, right? Yes. Modular programming features like Modular 3. It has got this meaning. So because of this multi-programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language. Just like C language, like C++, like Java, like Modular 3, we can develop different varieties of applications, because of which we call Python as a hybrid language. So once again, I say for learning Python, no need of any prerequisites. Don't think that you need to have the knowledge on C, C++, Java. Everything we are going to discuss as part of our course. Procedural oriented with Python, object oriented with Python, like modular programming with Python, right? Yes. So Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries, right? And two major programming languages, right? Two major programming languages, right? Python and Java. Python and Java are the two major programming languages used for enterprise applications creations. But Java developers or Java programmers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming. Without object-oriented programming, there is no Java application or a program. There is no Java application or a program without this object-oriented means without class and object. There is no object-oriented. That is, we cannot write a code without class and object or without object. But in Python, with object oriented, without object oriented, with modular programming, we can develop different varieties of applications. And Python has got a great boom today because of this modular programming, right? Yes. Yes. Nearly 89 modules in Python. We have got the concept of modules. Modules, right? Nearly 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got, right? For different environments. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different whatever environment you are from. You're from networking or testing or big data or data science, any background, right? Python has got modules, right? We discuss more on these modules, right? Python has got different modules. For data science, it has got separate modules, nearly 10 to 15 modules Python is providing separate modules for data science environment. And for big data, it has got separate modules for big data. Python has got separate modules for big data environment. For big data environment, for data science environment, for networking, For networking, right, it has got separate, not only a module, separate framework itself, Python is providing for networking environment, right? For testing or for test cases. For operating system, OS kinds of activities, for OS, operating system, OS kinds of activities, right? Is providing separate. The name of the model itself is OS. And for each and every database, it is providing a model for Oracle, right? Python to connect with Oracle, it is providing a model like CX underscore Oracle. For MySQL, for every database, Python has got a module using which Python can easily connect with it. PyMySQL is the model for it, and for SQL server like PyODBC is the model. PyODBC is the model, right? For not only for these databases, even for the files, for Excel workbook, for Excel files, we have got Excel or the Excel SX data for CSV, comma separated values for JSON files. Java, the name of the model itself is JSON. For CSV, for XML files, for PDF, just by writing Python code, we can create PDF files. Just by writing Python code and executing, we can generate Excel files, PDF files for mathematical operations. For mathematical operations, we have got math module. For statistical operations, right? We have got separate models available for Python. For Excel, for CSV, JSON, XML, PDF, for maths, and for statistical operations, we have got separate models Python is provided. Okay, fine. So in this way, thousands of models, 89,300 inbuilt models Python has got for different environments, for electronics, for computer, for electronics, and for civil environment, right? So Python real-time applications. Python real-time applications. What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications, right? Mostly used in developing web applications. Python mostly used in developing web applications. A lot of web applications we are developing today by using Python. You may ask from the last 20-25 years, Java.NET are mostly used in developing web applications. Why again Python? Python has got a framework like Django framework. Using this Django framework at a rapid speed, you can develop web application with very less coding, not even 1/4 coding as compared with other programmings. It has got its own database like SQLite, has got its own application server. It has got many flexible features, right? Even like most of the code it is automatically generated. We are going to make necessary changes accordingly. And also Python is used for automation applications. The Python mostly used in automation applications using technologies like data science, using technologies like IoT, using technology like DevOps environment, right? Mm. So IoT, Internet of Things, right? It is a physical network or device. It's a physical network or device embedded with software, sensors, and electronics. Physical network device embedded with software, sensors, and all. It is used for exchanging data, collecting data, exchanging data, and controlling the things from the place where we are, right? There most of the coding in Python, and also for data science, right? Even for data science. So for everything deals with the data, using data. Data has got experience, data has got future reference using data or data science. We perform data analysis, data predictions, data classifications, data recommendations. So it's a blend of technique. The main technique what we see here is ML, machine learning, right? For machine learning, we have got many techniques: regression, classification, clustering, recommendations, pattern matching. For all the techniques to implement, we require a language. For all the techniques to implement, we require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen, mostly used programming. Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming for data science environment. So for implementing all this, we require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming, right? Even for DevOps environment, right? Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries. And apart from this, one more major area like big data environment. And big data environment, right? Today, if you see data not only in the KBs, MBs or GBs or TBs, beyond that, like petabytes of data is getting generated. For this huge data, right? Storage and processing, we have got big data tools available. Like if you heard about Hadoop, Spark, especially Spark, very high speed processing technology, right? It's a very high speed processing execution model implemented using language like Python. We call like PySpark. PySpark is the Python API to use Spark. So even in the big data environment, Python is used. Apart from this, for scientific applications, right? For scientific applications, we have got CP. Python has got CP. And even for numerical analysis. For numerical analysis, we have got NumPy. We have got NumPy. And apart from this, for scientific, for numerical analysis, and for graphical user interface or for animation applications. For animations, right, we have got a TK Inter. We got TK Inter and PyQt. TK Inter and PyQt are this, right? And for game development, right? Yes. For game development, right? Especially for developing games, single user, multi-user, online games, right? For developing games, we have got Python is providing separate framework called Pygame. The framework given by Python for developing games. Apart, not only this, we have got another framework Python is providing called PyCora. And for 3D games, for 3D rendering libraries, we have got PySoy, right? And for even for scheduling tasks, Python is used for scheduling the tasks. We have got Python is providing Airflow for testing or for test cases. And for software development, Python is used for software development. Even the software developers make use of Python as the support language. For business applications, Python is one of the best choice in developing e-commerce website and one of the hottest application of Python, right? Database application. Without database, there is no web application, right? For database application where Python can connect with any database. And for networking applications, uh, twisted Python, right? Twisted Python. For networking applications, right? What twist. And for audio and video applications, right? Today, a lot of applications are getting developed using Python. And for web scraping, for scraping data from different websites, for harvesting data from different websites, right? We have got URL module for it, web scraping. And not only for this, for CAD or 3D CAD applications, Python is used. And apart from this, for embedded applications, right? The most famous embedded application, a Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. A RAS. Which uses Python for its computation. Apart from this, audio and video applications, CAD applications, embedded applications. And for robotics. For data analysis. For desktop applications or single user applications. For desktop applications or single user applications, Python is one of the best choice for developing these things. So in this way, these are the mostly used, right? In this way, many applications Python is used today, mostly used in web applications, automation applications, big data, in gaming environment, for database applications. Okay. Top. Who are using Python today? Who are using Python today? Topmost applications built using Python. Topmost applications built using Python, right? First, like Google, right? Google is one of the best example for Python web application. The Google web crawling is first written in Java. It was too difficult. It was rewritten in Python, right? Yes. Yahoo using Python. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python and ML. Instagram built using Python. The prime reason for Instagram to choose Python practicality and its hybrid features. Even NASA is using Python for its research and development activities. Some other applications, if you heard about that, like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, some applications developed using Python. The famous OTT platform like Netflix using Python. Netflix using Python, right? For its security automation for subscription related things, right? MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. BitTorrent using Python. And BitTorrent using Python. Apart from this, for iRobot for military and for commercial operations, and companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they're using Python for hardware testing purpose, right? So these are some of those, right, where Python topmost applications built using Python and companies using Python. And from the discussion what we had till now, reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Right? Yes. First one, very less code we see in Python. Very less coding we see in Python, not even 1/4 coding. Very less coding, not even 1/4 coding as compared with other programmings. Simple syntaxes. Very less coding, simple syntaxes. Simple syntaxes which looks like normal English statements. Multi-programming features, it has got multi-programming features. What are the features we see in different other programmings? All the features we see in Python. And Python has got interactive mode. We can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response. For example, at the bottom search panel, I'm typing CMD. If Python is already available, right? If I type Python, it will display the Python version. Can you see here Python version here? And can you see this 3 arrow symbol? You can type any valid Python statements and you can interact with it statement by statement. I'm asking Python, what is 3 plus 4? What is 23 into 52? I'm saying x as 10, y as 4. Asking what is x, what is y, what is x plus y, why is x minus 1, x by y, x into 2, 10 square. So x into 2, 10 into 2, 20. X to the power symbol in Python, 10 square. X equal to hello, right? Print x into 3, hello into 3. Prints hello for 3 times. X into 5, prints hello for 5 times. Quit comes out of this, right? Yes. Okay, fine. Interactive mode given by Python and wide varieties of applications. Wide varieties of applications. Just now I discussed that. Applications we can, and apart from this, many built-in libraries. Many built-in libraries. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for different environments, right? These are the reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? You want to see the number one programming language today, the mostly used programming language today, right? The number one ranked programming language. Just I'll open Google and I'll just search for it. Popular coding language. Popular coding language, right? Yes. Python. Here are some popular coding languages. Python, a good choice for beginners because it's easy to read and has large community of users who updates documentation. We see the most popular, right? Check it here, Python. Most popular programming language. Python stands first. Next comes JavaScript, Java, and the other things. Most in demand. Top programming languages, right? Python, Java, JavaScript. Python remains the most popular. Python, right? Next comes Java, JavaScript. Top 10 programming languages. Python, number one. Next comes JavaScript and remaining things, right? Right. Ranking wise, if you can check, Python is the number one ranked programming here. Can you see language rank, Python. Next comes the other programming languages. Hmm. Even if you see the graph, the mostly used programming, right? Python 31%, Java 19%, C++ 9.8, Ruby 7.1, right? And even if you see ranking based on 2024 programming language background, open job posting for each languages in the US only, right? Python, next SQL, Java. Okay. Can you see this 2024 programming language breakdown? Which programming languages should you learn? Python, JavaScript, these things, right? And even based on this average salary. Okay. Even if you check, right, Python jobs, check with the Python jobs, lot of jobs for Python today. 1,75,441 Python openings. 1,75,000, right? Python job openings, right? Lot of jobs for Python. Apart from this, not only Python jobs, if you know framework of Python like Django framework, that's also got a lot of people who knows. See here, 27,837 Django job vacancies. People who knows, Django are very less. Who has got good command on this Django is very, very less, right? As of now, there is less competition among these Django jobs. And what I'm going to discuss as part of this course from the ground level to the advanced level, right? Check with this. Python basics, why Python, history, applications, features, advantages, installations, flavors, Python operations, Python modes of execution, Python editors, Python constant, Python variables, constants, type conversions, escape sequences, strings, operators in Python, arithmetic, comparison, logical assignment, shorthand operators, bitwise, membership identity, and Python IDs, Anaconda, prompt Anaconda navigator, Jupyter notebook, Jupyter features, Spider, Honda, and Python flow control statements, looping statements in Python, right? Looping statements, strings in Python, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, right? Collections, list operations, list properties, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list modifications. Similarly for tuples, sets, dictionaries, functions, properties, arguments, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, different types of functions like lambda function, filter function, map function, modules in Python, modular programming, packages in Python, errors and exception, file handling in Python, object-oriented programming concepts in brief, class object inheritance, polymorphism, constructors, destructors, garbage collector, right? Polymorphism, method overriding, regular expressions, right? Comparing regular expressions, find all, find ITR, submatch, database access, right? Database connectivity, Python database connections, working with SQL queries, handling transaction management, Python data and time, OS module, advanced concepts like iterators, generators, closures, decorators, web scraping, GUI programming, Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to data science, pandas model in brief, numpy model in brief, and matplotlib plottings. The important models of Python, pandas, numpy, and matplotlib. Most of the training sites won't offer these modules like matplotlib, numpy, and pandas. If you check with this, especially you've got a lot of jobs based on these modules itself, right? Pandas, matplotlib, and numpy jobs, you say. These three modules, if you know, numpy jobs. See here, if you observe here, 33,000 Python, NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib job vacancies. Just if you have got knowledge on these three modules, right? These 30 topics I'm going to discuss in brief for Python core and advanced. Apart from this, people who wants to go for Python full stack, Django framework, web frameworks, Django installation, product architecture, Django application creations, views, Django templates, models, advanced concepts, and UI technologies I'll be discussing like CSS, JavaScript, MySQL, right? Yes. So just file, new file. So first I'm going to discuss Python. Python, right? Which involves both Python core and advanced. Python core and Python advanced. Python core and Python advanced. I'm going to spend nearly 70 hours for this. Right? 70 hours nearly like takes around 2 months to 2.5 months. And apart from this Python, people who wants to go for Python full stack, I'm going to discuss UI technologies first before I go with that. UI technologies, which includes UI technologies, which includes HTML, hypertext markup language, CSS, cascading style sheets, and JavaScript. And apart from this, you will be given knowledge on this Django framework, one of the important framework of Python framework, right? With nearly 15 applications creations, 15 applications creations, right? And apart from this, one more framework I'm going to discuss freely for this batch, Flask framework, right? One more framework I'm going to discuss freely, that is Flask framework. Apart from that, one more frame, okay. So MySQL database, and a project. UI technologies, Django framework, Flask framework, MySQL, and project. Yes, all these topics from 2 to 6. Topics from 2 to 6, right? Again, I'm going to spend 70 hours for that. So total Python plus frameworks. So 70 hours it is 7,000 is the fee for this things for all this. And for Python 70 hours, this 6,000 is the course fee for it. Python from frameworks like 70 hours plus 70 hours. Totally 140 hours, right? Six K plus 7K, nearly like 13K, right? So if you are taking the entire package, the single payment, right? It is 12K is the fee for this. So this is Python full stack, right? And the timings of this batch, timings, right? Initial first week, first 1 week, it will be at first 1 week, it will start at 10 p.m. Later after 1 week, later after 1 week or 10 days, right? It will be at starts at 9 p.m., 9 to 10. So up to the end of the course, it will be from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., right? Yes. So before you go with the payments, right? Just I'm clearly mentioning about the timings of this. For the first 1 week to 10 days, it will be at 10 p.m. starts at 10, later it starts from 9 to 10, right? And offerings from my side. So you will be getting the recorded videos of each and every session, live recorded, live videos, live session videos, and a soft copy of the notes, soft copy of class notes, soft copy of class notes, and assignments and task work, and a WhatsApp group for technical discussions. WhatsApp group for technical discussions, right? Assignments and tasks to work with. 300 plus code examples. 300 plus code examples as part of this Python 4 in advance. Okay, fine. There's one more package available, right? There's one more. I also deal with the data engineering, right? There's a big data package available. Big data package, which includes Hadoop, Spark with Python, PySpark, Linux, Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, Python Core Advanced, right? This 70 hours course, right? You can attend any of my Python batch, right? But this Hadoop, PySpark, and Linux will be in weekends on Saturdays and Sundays, right? Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours. Finally, it will go for 12 weekends. 12 weekends, and its course fee is 15K, which includes Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, and Python. And if you want both Python package and this Hadoop big data package, it is 20,000, which includes all these frameworks also. UI technologies, Django, Flash, these things, right? Any queries from your side? Tomorrow also everyone can attend the session, same time at 10 o'clock using the same link to see more discussion on this and continuation where we have stopped, right? Any queries from your side? Yes, all the sessions will be interactive sessions. You can ask the queries through voice or you can type in the chat, right? Yes.
I have a question that what projects will be covered under this course?
E-commerce, e-commerce site.
Only one project.
Yes, one project. And many applications I said, right? Nearly 15 applications we'll be developing in this framework, Django framework.
No, I am talking about only Python.
You're talking about only Python?
Yes.
So there are two categories of people who learns Python, right? There are two categories of people who learns Python. Just observe here. There are two categories of people. First category of people, right? So two categories of people updates for Python. First category. First category of people, right? They update Python and they'll use that Python in implementing data. Okay. First, they learn Python and they use Python in this data science environment, in big data environment, in DevOps, right? Write many automation scripts, in IoT, robotics. In this way, different high-end technologies they are using Python. Okay, for implementing. Second category, this their career won't be in Python here. Their career will be in data science, big data, DevOps, IoT, right? Implemented using Python language. Second category of people who wants to have career in Python, right? Those people, right, need to update with Django framework. Django framework, right? It's a framework. It's a framework of Python, right? It's a framework of Python for developing. Again,
Vijay,
one second. Let me complete. Django
okay.
framework, right? For developing projects in Python, we use Django framework. Applications or projects, if you want MVT architecture, we follow the 20 Django frameworks. Most of the projects that you do, right, will be like, even if people who are from academic, like MTech or BTech projects using Python implemented using this, and this means projects will be in ML, machine learning, DL, deep learning or big data, and this Django framework web applications, right? Python is just a language for implementing. So these things, okay, yes. So if as part of this course, like GUI based application means currently we are using HTML for those things. Yeah. Any other queries, right?
So actually, I was asked because if I choose only for core Python, the basic code.
You are looking,
So
you are going as a fresher.
yes,
You're looking for a fresher job.
yes.
Okay. So just like,
So I haven't decided any platform yet. So this is my first language. I'm a non-technical background. So I want to know as a first language, I want to gain a good knowledge on a specific particular language. So I choose Python first.
so if you want to learn Python and Python, if you are looking for a career in Python, I'm saying clearly, if you want to have a career in Python, right? Looking for a job in Python, compulsorily this Django framework is required.
So
Because for developing applications in Python, this Django framework need to have this knowledge. So it clearly says about the project creation steps. This Django framework clearly says in this you will be developing a lot of applications, project creations steps,
so
different steps will be learning there for creating a project.
so
In that,
if I pay only 6,000
mm,
for a Python, will you cover the Django framework also?
not for Django framework, only Python core and advanced.
Okay.
Python core programming, Python advanced programming. So, but all these things, right? UI technologies, the Django framework, Flask, MySQL project, right? It's 70 hours extra, right? With 7,000 fees. But if you're taking entire package, singly, it's 12,000 is the fee for the entire Python full stack. So for full-fledged project creations, so you'll be given knowledge on the prerequisites like UI technologies for creating web page, for creating interaction with Python, and the database you'll be getting project you are going to get like full-fledgedly everything you are going to get the Pythons. And Python core and advanced, the entire language, Python language will be discussed here. Right, yes.
Okay.
I said the 30 topics, what I said, right, will be covered in this. And different types of modules in that operating system related, data science related, big data related, database related, files related, right? Many modules and how to create our own modules, right? Everything will be covered in this total program. Any other queries, right? Anyone?
Yeah, Vijay. Hi.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, hi. This is Pradeep.
Yes, go ahead.
So actually, I'm working in L&T in automotive domain. Okay.
Mhm.
So here we use Python for this testing, script development and all.
Mhm.
So my question is like, which that means you have tell about like some Django, C Python, some flavors and all. So which
Mhm.
one will be very helpful regarding the automotive domain? Actually, I am very new to this Python because I was into some head unit testing and I was worked in a diagnostic session.
Yeah,
Maybe,
we have got
yeah.
many flavors of Python, C Python, Java Python, Jython, Iron Python, PyPy, Anaconda Python, right? Among all the C, Python is the mostly chosen one, and yes, for all this.
Yeah, that is I know. Which one will be very related and supporting to the automotive domain?
So after you learn this Python, right? Even for this, you can go with Selenium with Python, right?
Selenium with Python. No, I'm not aware of it.
Yeah, you need to upgrade with it.
Okay, okay. So is there any like actually when I saw this Durga sir, previous Python classes, there was some videos regarding Python certifications. Is there any kind of support from any new version like now it is 3.12, right? Is there any such kind of support for the Microsoft certification?
So whatever that we will be discussing, everything will be in 3.12, right? The latest version of Python. So during the course only, right, we'll be covering all those things.
Okay, and how much syllabus will cover for the certification from this training?
So that's what it's not like a 45 hours course, right? That's why I was saying it's 70 hours. Even you can see that course content in brief, in depth, right? You can compare with other training sites. Nearly 30 topics in brief, in depth will be discussing related to this one. In that with many working examples, right? Many practical, that is enough for cracking that.
Certification, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Is there any like sample questions at the end of the course regarding the certifications?
Yes, yes, I'll be providing it.
Okay, okay, Vijay. Okay, thanks for that. Thank you.
Yeah. Any
Will you
other?
provide any certification from DurgaSoft after completing this course?
Yes, yes, definitely. Everyone will be getting it.
Okay.
Okay. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, I'll be signing off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time at 10 o'clock using the same link. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow.
Thank
Good.
you.
Thanks.
Yeah, yes, Vijay. Thanks for your time and support. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.